Hello to my Libras. All right, Libras, you are rule 7th house. Let's get right into it. Let's get into it. All right, Libras, let's go. Let's see what's going on here in your reading, Libras. Let's see what's going on here. High vibrations only. High vibrations only. Okay, you rule 7th house. 7th house is about relationships. Making sure you don't have any open enemies, right? Let's do it. What is the current situation for my Libras? The current situation for my Libras. All right. Okay, so it looks like possibly 2 earth signs were paid to do something concerning health and well-being, right? Concerning wealth and health and well-being, right? They were paid to do something concerning health and well-being, and that's concerning daily work, rituals and routines, and also health and service. Basically, like paid to kind of like, you know, really look through some things. And what's standing in the way here? What are your challenges? You're having a total, you're having a tower moment. Like you're having a total recall of maybe some things, like. Almost like, okay, maybe I should have paid attention. Maybe I should have paid attention to when somebody was telling me something. Somebody was just kind of being impulsive. Like somebody was basically like, maybe I should have paid attention when somebody was saying, when we were receiving some money or something. Like somebody may have been telling you that somebody, you know, was going to get some kind of an inheritance on some money or something like that. Maybe somebody was like, you know, I just thought somebody was just being impulsive, just talking. Maybe I should have paid attention, right? What about the distant past? Because somebody's in a very vulnerable state right now. The 6 is a very maternal number, but it also rules, Virgo rules 6th house. So somebody may have just saying, okay, I heard somebody, but I wasn't really paying attention, but now I'm really paying attention. Because 1 and 6 connects us with 7, right? 1 and 6 is 7. And you're a Libra, and so somebody may not have been paying attention, and somebody could have been open enemies. Like somebody could have had somebody's back, but then now somebody being stabbed in the back. What about the distant past? Yeah. Now somebody's money has, 2 people's money has significantly dropped. Just so 2 other energies, money can significantly increase. So maybe somebody now can't pay for maybe legal services because their money has significantly dropped. It looks like somebody, so like let's say for instance you're in a legal field or somehow maybe, who knows what you do for a living, but let's say you're in a legal field and somebody had the money at the time and they could have paid for something, some legal services, and now they can't afford to because money has just significantly dropped because somebody wasn't paying attention to something. Somebody just say, oh, that's somebody just being impulsive, you know, ain't listening to the advice. So that could be something that you have in common, you know, with someone. You know, when you're thinking about partnering, you know, with someone, it's just like, oh, people are just impulsive. They, you know, don't necessarily want to take advice, you know. So that could have been, you know, somebody just kind of first impression. That's what Tower card is. It's like first impression. It rules Libra. It rules Aries, but it also rules Scorpio. Mars rules Scorpio and Aries. Aries rules 1st house. Scorpio rules 8th house. So somebody like, you know, I'm not sure if I want to attach myself to something because 8 looks like an infinity symbol, looks like link up or attach. I don't know if I want to attach myself to something, you know, just first impression, and then somebody finds out something else. Oh gosh, maybe I should have attached myself to something, you know, high vibration. Something seems low vibrational, and I'm going to attach myself to something. Yeah, it may bring my self-worth down. Somebody could have felt like something was going to bring somebody's self-worth down, two energies, self-worth down. So somebody may not have wanted to attach themselves to something, right? But somebody's now in a very vulnerable position. So that's the distant past. What about the recent past? What about the recent past? Yeah, I'm seeing a victory here. A recent past, some kind of a victory here. Somebody's now in the center of attention. Some kind of a victory here. Because some people were actually separated. Not only was their money significantly dropped, but some people were separated by some other energies who made an impulsive decision. They were paid to separate some energies and separate two people. Now something is coming back to memory. Some people are like, wait a minute, hold on, I talked to somebody. I remember, because that's what tarot card is, like a total recall, like the movie Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger. A total recall, like, hold on, I remember about these two energies, like something, I'm having a recall. It's almost like having a client and just saying, wait a minute, let me pull that file up again. Wait a minute, that number 2 here. 2, second house speaks to, Taurus rules second house, but it also speaks to the physical existence, like a human being, like the physical existence, self-worth, or, you know, somebody may have felt like something's not even worth my time, you know, at the time. Like that's not even worth my time. It's not even worth something, right? But now some money is coming in. Some money is coming in for 2 energies. A victory is coming in for some energies that were kept apart. So let's see recent past. And what are your strengths? What are your strengths? You're hanging in there. You're hanging in there because somebody was sacrificed after all the sacrifices they made. And 1 and 2 is 3. You talk to somebody, so you know the sacrifices that somebody made. Whoever you are, you know the sacrifices somebody made. So you hanging in there. Like, it's like, okay, I'm hanging in there because I know the sacrifices. Like, I talked to somebody, I know the sacrifices that were made. So this right here connects us with maybe like you have like recorded something, like maybe like you have an email or something like that, like some kind of recorded documentation, like you know the sacrifices that someone made. Whoever you are, let me see. Those are your strengths. So here we have near future here, near future. Yeah, financial independence. That's near future for you, financial independence. Influences on you. Let's see, influences on you. Because some energies were literally trying to stop someone's financial independence. Literally. They sacrificed somebody and trying to stop somebody else's financial independence. They were trying to sacrifice somebody. They were trying to separate 2 energies, you know, and trying to sacrifice somebody. Trying to bring a tower down on somebody, right? Because they wanted somebody to walk away. And the emotions ran real deep. Somebody wanted somebody to walk away from something. So that's the external and environmental influence. Okay, so in terms of like hopes and fears. So I had this out here already. So what I'm saying, like in terms of like hopes and fears, and let me move this down a little bit so you really can see some things. So somebody kind of sort of almost like judged a book by its cover. But something is coming back around here. Something is coming back around here. What I was saying before the camera cut off, because I kind of ran out of space here with the camera. Hopefully everybody can hear me just fine. I kind of went back to the old camera, which is picks up sound a whole lot better, where I don't have to keep using different mics. So hopefully you all can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. If you can't, thumbs down. But so far other people can hear this just fine. This is whoever you may have been in communication with. It could have been a new conversation, right, where people may have felt like they were walking on eggshells, but somebody had a level of comfort with you, apparently, where they were an open book sharing, right? And that could have been an indication that a person felt comfortable with you. So you have something in common in terms of like how you just kind of sort of view family is not like perfect, like this perfect idea of family. Somebody you may be connected with, maybe more of a karmic than in terms of like reputation. It could be somebody you're connected to, and you're connected to maybe more of a karmic than you building some relationship with someone that you talk to that you actually really have something in common with. So somebody else could have been, y'all know what I'm saying? Like you could be in some kind of a partnership with someone who may judge people before they get to know. They may judge a book by its cover before they really get a chance to open the book, if that makes any sense. And which could be actually lowering your worth and your value versus getting to know what's in the book, right? They may, whoever you're connected to, could be putting a cart before the horse, could be judging a book by its cover, which could be lowering your worth and your value. So anyway, what's the outcome, right? Source is saying to you, judging a book by its cover will cause you to walk away from situations, period. You and other people assuming that people are talking about you when you hear things, right? Like thinking that people are making disparaging comments about you collectively as a whole versus one situation. Like I mentioned in my previous video before the camera cut off, it's like feeling like a whole community is being judged versus being judged based on a separate incident. Like for instance, somebody's saying they had like an isolated incident with a let's say let me see how I can name this. Let's just use this for example here. Let's say, because this would represent people's inner child, right? This would be like not necessarily children, but like inner child, right? So this is the adult's inner child, but these are all adults, I guess. Let's say, for instance, neighbors. Let's say two guys, they kind of had a, disagreement. Somebody didn't return somebody's lawnmower, or the lawnmower, the blade or something was, somebody borrowed somebody's lawnmower and a rock or something got caught in the lawnmower, got broken or something like that. There's a dispute. All of a sudden, hey, we're not talking to each other. Somebody should replace something, And let's say the wives were, cool. They were fine. Who knows? Whatever. And somebody has a platform, right? Somebody could assume that a conversation about anything could be assuming that the whole family is being talked about. I don't know if that's the best, whatever. I don't know if that's the best example. You could assume that, or you could say, okay, well, I can rise above it. I wouldn't talk about somebody behind their back. So I'm not going to assume that. You can raise your own frequency. Some people assume that as soon as people walk away, everybody's talking negatively about them, because that's the frequency that some people are on. That's just carrying extra baggage with you. That's why I say on my channel all the time, recall your energy every time you leave. So when you go back, you're not assuming that people are talking about you. I mean, you very well could be walking into a situation, but that's what discernment is about. That's what you pray ahead of time. That's what prayer warriors, you pray ahead of time. It's like, okay, you're not walking into a situation. That's what you pray for your family, okay, that they're covered and protected. But yeah, somebody has enough information at this point. Somebody has enough information. Remember, all of this is genderless. It's just the illustrators. This could be a man, this could be a woman, this could be a person, white, black, whatever. Yeah. Somebody has enough information. Everybody's not making negative comments about people. So if you're on a platform, like when I, like watch other readers online just to support other people's channels for their views and visits, to help out with their views and visits, and I hear other readers toss out people's names in readings, and they're like using first names. I'm hearing this name in the reading, I'm hearing that name in the reading, and so on and so forth. I don't know if their family members or friends are listening, or old friends, or whomever is listening to the readings. But somebody could assume that somebody's talking about, they could be talking about their ex-friends or ex-whomever. But anyway, here we have inner child. Allow me to give compassion and love to that little one. Let me attend to its deepest needs and feelings, right? Yeah. So the point here is, if you know you're a person who does not talk about people behind their back, this connects right here. This is heart chakra connections. All humans have something in common. All humans have something in common. So this is like, don't be your own worst enemy by assuming that everybody is talking about you behind your back. When people move on from you. Right? Yeah, so obstacles and challenges. Yeah, because that could break something. That could break a bridge. That could cause a bridge that's broken, some kind of conflict right there. Some kind of conflict when there's an assumption. That number 5 right there can cause some kind of a challenge or conflict. Like in numerology, that number 5. Where people are just stuck. Here we have limitless. So see yourself open to receive in the most miraculous ways. The divine can use anything and anyone. Yep. I feel like you made a connection with someone. You and someone have a lot in common about like having, whoever you made a connection with someone. Y'all have some things in common. 14, I am practical. 14, I am practical. So you are open-minded and always up to try something new, yet you are wise enough to stop and think before you jump into things. This pragmatic approach helps ensure that time, attention, and efforts are meaningful. That is what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.